Today is Wednesday, December 9th. My name is Erin Rumley. We'll be going over the AES performance, the Adaptive Entry System performance for Monday, Tuesday, and today. I just want to highlight today a little bit. I don't plan to go back on the chart and look at Monday and Tuesday, but specifically today, you can see how flat we were leading into market open. And then this little bar here is market open. Usually we see a lot more movement at market open. And then even though we were cycling, we were pretty much sideways until right around noon. And then we started to have this nice price movement to the downside. These little bars here, which we were trading in pre-market, were averaging around three to 5 points, about 4 points from the high to the low. You can see here at the 920 bar, the low was 28.75 and the high was 31.5. So just very minimal range that we were seeing here. Market open was a little shy of 40 points, which that's a little bit smaller than sometimes what we can see at market open. But then just got a little bit of the sideways range. Now, you would think that there weren't profit opportunities, but there absolutely were leading up until, and we can look at the tracking spreadsheet. But there were some good profit opportunities from about 9:30 to 10 o'clock-ish, having some nice signals in here. I know people that had started in pre-market as well, they were able to stop early for the day. A few people stopped before 11 o'clock. Then we got into a little bit of this back and forth. And then, of course, we started to see more significant price movement. So here's a 40-point bar at 12:45. Usually at the lunch hour, we're seeing a little bit of that smaller momentum, smaller movement, but that wasn't the case today. Here's another 45-point bar. So we started to see pretty strong movements. The DOM, which is the trading platform that we use to trade futures, was very different this morning than it was this afternoon. This morning, we were barely moving. You could almost think that your chart was frozen, how little movement we have. And then this afternoon, the DOM was one direction and then another direction, very fast moving. So as we saw this sell-off. So what does that mean for performance? I'll start with today, just with showing the tracking, and then we'll work backwards. So first trade after 7 o'clock was the 725 trend bias trade. Continued to take trades. You can see when signal started to pick up a little bit, we had quite a few stop outs. Our 9:30 to noon ended down 40 points, but then we have the other category that we track with our personal trading plan, the 7 to 4 trend bias and continuation. That ended up positive 29 points just because of the trends and the continuation of the trends that we were seeing. So scroll the way down here. Oh, I did. Okay, so those are the trades that we had today. Last trade was at 255, and we haven't gotten a trade since then. On Tuesday, so here are the signals. First signal was at 7:35, long consensus. And then last signal was at 2:30, a long consensus as well. And then Monday, first trade was a long continuation. That's what the T plus is, continuation. Last trade was at 2:45, a long consensus. So let's take a look at those on our daily summary. So here's Monday, Tuesday, and today. So we track two categories on our personal trading plan. And we recommend updating your personal trading plan throughout the market day or at minimum at the end of each market day. The reason to update throughout the market day is it helps to identify if you want to continue to trade, if you're close to your goal for the day, if you have profits and maybe it's not close to the goal, but see where it projects you to that 12-month forecast. And if that 12-month forecast is still in the range that you want it to be, maybe then you adjust to smaller lock-ins, smaller stops, or you decide to stop trading for the day and switch to sim to continue to track and trade that way. So 9:30 to noon is one of the categories that we track here at the 9:30 to noon. On Monday, we ended up giving back 3 points, so nothing significant there. Yesterday, we are positive 15 points. And then today, we were down about 40 points. So we'll go through and update our personal trading plan with that performance and see how that affects our 12-month projection. The other category that we track is a 7 to 4 trend bias and continuation trades. On both of these strategies, on both the 9:30 to noon all signals and the 7 to 4 trend bias and continuation, we use a 20-point stop. Once we get to 5 points of profit, or above, I should say greater than 5 points of profit, about 5.5 points of profit, we move our stop from 20 points of loss to 5 points of profit. If it comes back and takes us out for 5 points, we're out for 5 points, and that's what we'll record. But if it continues to move to our limit order at a 10-point profit, then we'll be out for 10 points. So it's either a 5-point or a 10-point profit. And that's for really all the categories that we track. So the 7 to 4 trend bias and continuation, the plus 10 means that we're locking in 10 points. But of course, if we get above 5 points, we'll lock in that first. And if it doesn't come back to take us out at 5, then we'll take 10. So on Monday, we lost a tick, nothing very significant there at all. And in fact, Monday on our personal trading plan, we actually allocate for a losing day. So this will be less than what we've allocated for that losing day. Yesterday, trend bias and continuation was up 50 points, and then today it was positive 29 points. Today is one of those days that the signals, again, as we started to hit that more rapid movement, we ended up seeing quite a few stop outs, but then we also had quite a few fractal breaks that aligned with that momentum. So if you traded 7 to 4 all signals today, you were down about 49.75 points. Again, nothing significant, especially because on Friday you were up 101 points. But if you added fractals to your day, it actually brought you positive 20.25 points. So fractals are always there to add to your day. You don't have to take all fractals. You don't even have to trade fractals. These two categories that we track in our personal trading plan don't include fractals at all. They're just kind of a bonus trade that we talk about and teach and track in the live trading room as well. So let's go update our personal trading plan. We have not updated Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so we'll need to do that today. We want to update these on the recordings, and we haven't done them on Monday and Tuesday. For your own personal trading plan, we highly recommend that you update it either throughout the market day or at the end of every market day, so you can be an active participant in what your overall performance is. Okay, so the 9:30 to noon, this is what category we're looking at currently. The 9:30 to noon, we did allocate a losing day on Monday. And we had a losing day on Monday, but it was only 3 points compared to the 34, almost 34.5 points. So we'll go over here to plug in the actual performance. So on Monday, again, I said we lost 3 points. We're trading NQ. Each point is worth $20. And we're currently trading 3 contracts. So that means we lost $180. Take out commissions and fees by looking at, we took 10 trades, again, 3 contracts, so 30 total contracts. I'm just going to fill all these in at the same time. On Tuesday, we took 15 points of profit, again, $20 per point on NQ, and we're trading 3 contracts, so gained $900. And the amount of trades we took was 6 trades. I remember yesterday, we just didn't have as many trades throughout the day. Our trade numbers are lower than what our normal average is. Okay, so we took 6 trades, again, 3 contracts. So it's 18 contracts total. And then today we lost 40 points, $20 a point, 3 contracts. So it's 2,400. And there were 12 trades, 3 contracts, so 36 total contracts. So we'll go back over here. So we started this account with a $5,000 balance. Never trading more than 10% of that account balance and slowly, gradually increasing our contracts up to 3 contracts. We have 3 contracts as our max, and that's where we've left it for right now. If you wanted to trade more than that, you could up it to 5 or 10 contracts, and it would scale you appropriately based on how much percent of the balance of your account you want to risk. And so with a 10%, if we put this up to 5 based on our current account balance, it would scale us up to 5. We'll put this at 100. So let's just see what 10% of it. So right now is 10% of the account is about 14 contracts. So we are not risking a lot of our account value. We've already grown from $5,000 to about $71,000. So already seen that account grow pretty significantly in the time that we've been trading. Our 12-month forecast, we'll see how this changes here. So let's take a look. These are our averages. They're not straight averages. So this 2368 is points. It's not a straight average of the profitable days. It actually weights how many losing days we've had for how many weeks we've been trading. We've been trading over 22 weeks right now. So we'll update this. It's not changing much, but it's going from 2417 to 2368. And then our losing days will change from 3453 to 3571. So our 12-month forecast is still significant. It was starting with a $5,000 balance and never trading more than 3 contracts. $177,353 is the 12-month forecast. Now, these numbers will continue to slightly change as we continue to track, as we continue to trade and update our personal trading plan here. But right now, still, that's a fantastic number for a 12-month forecast. Honestly, where we are right now is a fantastic number, in my opinion, starting with just $5,000. We've already grown the account to $71,000. So that's a significant return on investment already from where we are. And while we do have days that we lose and we give back some, so we can look back at the week of Thanksgiving. It was not a fun week to trade. We ended up giving back then. So you can see that we were at 69,000 and then we gave back a little bit, but now we're up to 71,000. We'll see how the week ends up. All right, and then let's look at our trend bias and continuation traded from 7 to 4. So this is more full-time trading here. On Monday, we lost a tick, and we've allocated on Monday to lose almost 33 points. So we lost a tick. Every point is worth $20, so every tick is worth $5. We're trading 3 contracts, so that means we lost $15. Not anything significant at all. We took 14 trades, again on 3 contracts, so 42. So even the net amount, $183 after commissions, negative, nothing very significant at all. What did that end up being point wise? About 3 points. So very reasonable there. And now yesterday we took 50 points, again, $20 a point and 3 contracts, $3,000. And there were 9 trades. So that means we had 27 contracts. You can see it was a lower trading day. Just going to scan back real quick. I don't know if we've had, it's a little funky in here because I know we were trading 2 contracts at some point, but the amount of trades, the 9 trades that we had from 7 to 4, trend bias and continuation, just very low from what we're used to. Okay, so we updated that. And then today was positive 29 points, $20 a point, 3 contracts. So $1,740. And we had 16 trades today at 3 contracts, so 48. And we'll lock those contracts in. That's one thing you want to do when you're updating your personal trading plan is once the day has finished, you want to enter the amount of contracts you traded that day too. So that's what the contract override can also be used for. So now we're going to look to update our forecast based on the averages that we have. So we have our losing day got a little bit better, and then our winning day stayed pretty much the same, but we'll adjust it. So 31.62 and 32.12. So not much of a change there, really just pennies of difference in the points there, which then leaves our 12-month forecast, again, starting with the $5,000 account, never risking more than 10% of that account balance. 12-month forecast is $287,580, 3 contracts max. Of course, just like the other account, you could be trading much more than 3 contracts. So we'll just move this to 100 real quick. Not that I would ever recommend 100, but it will show me very easily what 10% of the account balance is. It's about 23 contracts that you could be trading right now. So 23 contracts for today would have looked a little bit different with the profit performance, but so 23 contracts, let's see, times our 29 points, it's about $13,000, but that's a little too many contracts in my opinion to trade. We're keeping this very simple. We're keeping this very low risk, keeping it at 3 contracts max. When you scale up, there's that mental hurdle that you have to get over a little bit. So 3 contracts is a very, in my opinion, safe quantity to trade. It's easy to graduate up to and then just keep there. And even with keeping our contracts at just 3, we've grown the account from $5,000 to $119,000, almost $600. And our 12-month forecast is $287,580. So this, in my opinion, just like the other category that we track, has been a significant return on investment. Again, just starting with $5,000. This one requires a little bit more time because it's a 7 to 4 time frame, versus the other category is just 9:30 to noon. So a little bit more time, but you're also getting a little bit more of a reward there with your 12-month forecast at $287,000 versus $177,000. Again, both are fantastic returns, starting with just a $5,000 account. So we'll continue to trade our AES strategy. We'll continue to track on our personal trading plan as we move forward. Again, we're about 22, almost 23 weeks into this. We'll see where we are at the end of a full year. This forecast, I've noticed as we continue to track data, as we continue to plug in our performance to the personal trading plan, 12-month forecast isn't changing anything significant. We're not seeing it change by 70,000 or 100,000. It's staying pretty much consistent above that 200,000 plus. And so we'll continue to update this and see where we are at the end of our 12 months. Again, just starting with a $5,000 account and not risking more than 10%. So our contracts will also never get above 3. So very low risk on this, and a very conservative projection, I believe, as well. So that's going to be it for today's performance. We'll see what tomorrow is like, and we won't do a review tomorrow, but we'll do one on Friday to cover both Thursday and Friday and see where we are at that point, see if we need to make any adjustments to our forecasting. But otherwise, that's going to be it for today. Come join us in the live trading room. We trade and track AES all day long, call the entries for each adaptive entry signal. Get back over to my chart here. So all the T's are trend bias entries, C's are consensus, M momentum, and T plus are continuation. And then these red and green triangles are the upper and lower fractals. And we're here from 8:45 to about 3:30 Eastern time every day in the live trading room, identifying these signals, helping you learn these signals, talking about taking adjustments if you're in a trade, where to tighten your stop to by using a fractal, when to exit a trade, when a reverse signal comes on, when not to exit a trade, when you're still in a trend. So that's the benefit to being in the live trading room, having someone trade right alongside with you, telling you exactly what actions they're taking in their account, what actions we're taking, where we're tightening your stop, or whether we're still holding. And then we identify all these signals throughout the market day. So we hope to see you in the live trading room if you're not there already, and hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.